Mass communication is a means of disseminating information or message to large, anonymous, and scattered heterogeneous means of receivers who may be far from the message source through the use of sophisticated equipment. In other words, communication is the sending of message through a mass medium to a large number of people. Mass communication represents the creation and sending of homogeneous message to a large heterogeneous audience through the media. Mass communication studies the use and effects of the media by many as opposed to the study of human interaction as other communication. Let's look at the features of mass communication. Features of mass communication. Mass communication is distinguished from other kinds of communication by a number of features or characteristics. They are mass medium, 2. Presence of gatekeeper, 3. Delayed feedback, 4. Limited sensory channel, 5. Impersonal versus personal communication. Now we have mass media. Then, for a medium to be regarded as media in communication, it must require 50 million adopters. Radio, television, internet, etc. are examples of media which are regarded as mass media because they can reach out to no fewer than 50 million audience at a time. In mass communication, message reach far beyond the immediate proximity of the sender and could even get to the uttermost part of the world. Now let's talk about the presence of gatekeepers. In mass communication, sent message do not reach the audience in raw. Messages are usually treated. The implication of this is that there is usually no guarantee that what the message received first gets exact the message sent by the source. In mass media organization, the gatekeeper are usually the reporter, sub-editor, editor, producer, writer, etc. The concept of gatekeeper was first coined by Lavin, who described the gatekeeper as individual or group of persons who govern the travel of news items in the communications channel. Gatekeepers will also be defined as any person or formally organized groups directly involved in delaying or transferring information from one individual to another through a mass medium. A gatekeeper can be a film producer who cut out a scene from the original script, network censor who delete a scene from a crime. Time shows because it is perceived as being too sexually explicit. A director who determines what segment of film to use in a documentary. A newspaper executive who determines the topic for an editorial, or any other individual who in the processing or controlling of message dissemination through mass media. We also have delay feedback. Unlike interpersonal communication, where reply is made almost instantly, the feedback in mass communication is always delayed, say for a day, week, or month. Feedback is often limited. Delay and indirect mass communication are usually subject to additional feedback in forms of criticism in other media, such as a television critic writing a column in a newspaper. In other words, feedback in mass communication is not instant. It is most through the letter of the editor or telephone call or personal call on the media. We have limited sensory channel. This feature has to do with the fact that mass media limit the number